Take him out. Alright, nice job. The target is down, and I think we can probably flee for the sake of our life. Alright, good. Welcome back to the channel, friends. I'm your host, AK, and today we're taking a look at a game called Slaves of Magic. This is a fantasy turn-based strategic title where your goal is to save humanity from otherworldly forces who are using magic to enslave you. Now, this one was marketed to me as a fantasy medieval XCOM type game, so of course I was instantly compelled. And you're probably already wondering, wait, a medieval XCOM type game? Well, yeah, absolutely. And I must say that there are definitely some parallels between this game and the XCOM series. Like the world map and base building, there's a passage of time mechanic that happens just like in XCOM. And then these missions will pop up, and you can choose to go on them or reject them. There's also a unit recruitment and research and injury system in place as well. So there are definite similarities, but this game is fundamentally not XCOM. However, it's one that I've enjoyed my short time with, and I'm excited to explore it here today. Now, if you like what you're seeing and you want to check it out for yourself, this game does release on the 3rd of November. I'll leave a link in the video description below. So without further ado, let's hop on in. Like the video if you like the content. Consider subscribing if you're new here. Now, thank you so much. Now, let's rock and roll. Alright, for the difficulty level, let's go ahead and click up to intermediate, and let's rock and roll. We're going to have a short narrated intro.
I was there at the start of the invasion of the capital. Strange purple lights swept into the tavern where I was staying at the time, heralding the impending invasion. Outside, purple portals appeared from thin air, and all sorts of strange creatures poured out into the streets. Amidst the chaos of my escape, I even caught a glimpse of one of the creatures that masquerade as our gods. After the fall of the capital, they raised the remains of the city into the sky as a testament to the gods' return. Then they declared themselves divine rulers of the continent, a proclamation reluctantly accepted by the other kingdoms. But behind closed doors, this Shadow Council has agreed on the formation of the resistance movement, and you have been chosen as its commander. Under your leadership, humanity either gets its freedom back or forever becomes the slaves of magic. Good luck, Commander.
And good luck indeed, like no pressure at all, no pressure. So now we're going to choose our headquarters, and there's actually a bunch of different ones if you check out this menu here. And the thing to pay attention to is, of course, the headquarter bonus, but we also want to check out the regional information as well. So essentially we have 3 different types of units that can assist you in different ways. We have smiths, we have scholars, and we have recruits. So recruits are your soldiers, scholars will help you out with research, and then the smith is all about creating gear for you, but also the amount of gear that you can bring into fight, okay? Gold is pretty self-explanatory, you use that for a variety of things. And another thing to pay attention to is, of course, the starting equipment as well. So for instance here, Zephyria. So this is an assassin and rogue type colony, okay? And what this means is your units will actually learn skills from the assassin and rogue trees. Furthermore, they're adept with throwing weapons, swords, and axes, okay? The headquarter bonus is double the amount of gold received for every ether dust sold and reduces the cost to increase territory loyalty by 30%. Okay. Furthermore, we have Hammerfall. I mean, there's just a bunch of different ones, right? So, I think in spending like 5 minutes with this game, I think what I want to do is I want to try to go in on archery and ranged units. And I'm seeing Mizumori here that starts with the ranged weapons, okay? Access to bows and crossbows. I do like the fit. For our skill set, we have the strategist and marksman skill set, which is quite nice. Headquarter bonuses, starter bonus. Every unit can use one more type of school. Interesting. So these are the schools, okay? We also have access to medium armor and swords. I mean, not bad. We're high in scholars, low in gold, but high in scholars. I say we go with this. Let's do it. Mizumori, let's begin. Alright, so first and foremost, you are thrust right into a mission and stopping abduction. Beneath the guise of healing, they ensnare the desperate within their churches. The unlucky are taken away, told only the capital holds the key. None ever return. The local resistance has managed to locate a supply center for the army. If we can manage to steal these supplies, the army will not be able to conduct their mission. So the enemy amount is few. It doesn't tell you an exact amount, but just few. Invader base in region -1. Undersupplied +1. Alien world for invaders +1. So I'm not exactly sure what this alludes to exactly, but effectively we have a mission, okay? So the game is going to throw you directly into a fight, and you're going to be able to understand this battle system. However, You're probably noticing a world map. We'll get into that in just a little bit. But let's go ahead and take on this fight. Organized team. Alright, so now we have our squad. Looks like we can bring 6 units into fight with us. And let's go ahead and get them outfitted. So, one important call out is this value right here, equipment points. The more smiths you have, the more equipment points you have. Okay? And then we have a battle, well, an estimated difficulty. Says it's going to be easy. Okay? So we can actually outfit our units. And everything is viable as long as you remain within your equipment points. Now, since we start with a nation that has swords and bows, we can equip and outfit our units properly. Now, each unit has special buffs and debuffs. For instance, this guy's a servant, -3 max stamina. And then he's nearsighted, not very good as an archer, I suppose. -4 sight range. I mean, this guy's pretty brutal, to be honest. We have Ashida. So, Bowyer. First school marksmanship, +5 range attack. Okay, so that's an ideal marksman. Looks like with the crossbow. We also have Reckless, -5 melee damage, +10 melee attack. Okay? Then Greedy, +50% recruit cost modifier. Okay, so if we were to recruit this unit, it's going to cost 50% more. But this is actually a pretty good unit, man. Pretty satisfied with Ashida here. Furthermore, we have this guy. So +15% experience gained, which is great because your units will level up after fights. Then once they level up, they can choose a school, okay? And then they can start building out skill sets from said schools. For instance, we have the strategist and a marksman. Next up, we have small frames, so +10 range defense, -5 melee attack. So probably a pretty suitable archer. Fast learner, +1 max usable skill schools. Okay, cool. So that guy's pretty good as well. Got Sakamoto. So experience gain up. Slow regeneration, that's not good. Club-footed, really. -1 movement speed. Man, maybe we'll just have you in the back with a bow, I suppose. Got Yamashita. Again, apprentice, wow. So everybody's going to gain a lot of experience. -2 reduce melee attack per level up. So not a good melee attacker, but athletic. +3 max stamina. Then we got Okamoto. Messenger, +1 move speed, +3 max stamina. That's pretty good. Cautious, +10 melee defense, -5 melee attack. That's fine, we'll make him an archer. -5 max health in frail. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to take this assembly of units and we can outfit them properly. Now, it's important because the gear you start with, I believe it's unlimited, right? So since we have these techniques, well, these gear options more like researched, we can equip them as we see fit. Okay, we're not going to run out, right? We don't have a certain stock of bows that we can use. We could equip everybody with the bow if we like. Furthermore, we can equip armor here. So we have layered armor, right? +3 health. And then you can also equip a sidearm, if you will. Okay? So let's go ahead and you kind of seem like a frontliner for sure. I think you can probably just keep him with the iron sword. I mean, this guy, yeah, sight range is pretty bad. And I do believe your range equals your sight range, so it's kind of important. Sight range value is right here, so 6, okay? Ideal range is half sight, so within 3. But you can still take a shot at your sight range. The crossbow, 12 through 13 damage. Range attack bonus 10. How does that compare to the bow? 10 through 11. Half sights. Range attack penalty per tile over ideal range -6. So if we are over targeting our sight range, we're going to get a -6 attack penalty, which is pretty brutal. And then we have the aim shot skill. For the crossbow, we have the point blank shot skill. Okay. So let's stick in the crossbow directly into the sternum and, pull in the trigger, I suppose. Okay. And it looks like we do have medium armor equipped on our units as well. So you can actually, looks like you can layer up your armor as well. Okay, cool. I mean, I think you're obviously an ideal archer, probably our best archer. Probably give him the crossbow. It's the most damaging weapon that we have. And we're actually solved on our equipment here, so this guy's also pretty good. Maybe give him the bow instead. Sakamoto. So this is the guy with the club foot. Yeah, you can keep the crossbow. I'm cool with that. This guy's athletic. Not great with melee attacks, though. And he's rocking a melee weapon. Maybe we can... Let's see, can I throw a bow on you as well? We'll have to kind of make up for it elsewhere. Doesn't look like we're really going to be able to, though. Yeah, we're almost bringing too many ranged units into fight with us. I think maybe future state this guy transitions to an archer. But for now, let's give him the sword. We seem pretty optimized, actually. And let's go. Alright, so this might be familiar to XCOM fans. I would say, namely, like the old school XCOM games like UFO Defense, Terror from the Deep, where you have this isometric view of the map, okay? And when you first drop in, so your units will actually teleport in. So there's like a teleportation system in this game. You get teleport sickness and units have to rest. We'll get into that in just a little bit. But what we have to pay attention to is we have the ability to uncover some of the fog of war, okay? And this will obviously determine kind of where we're trying to drop in at. And there are, what, 5 supply chests on the field that we have to uncover, okay? So I think we work as a team. We probably... Let's drop in right in Central Square. Bam. Alright, so we actually have spotted an enemy. Okay, so this guy, redeemed. Okay, pretty underwhelming. Just 10 HP as well. So let's go ahead and drop in our units. Alright, we got our bow attack. Let's throw you in. This guy has a crossbow. Let's get him in there. Another crossbow. This guy is not going to even know what hit him. In fact, his back is turned. Sword user. Another sword user. And another sword user. Okay. Let's go ahead and start the mission. Alright, so just a couple of callouts. You do have 2 action points per unit. If you move within the blue, that is 1 action point. You can choose to extend to the yellow, which is 2 action points, okay? An attack typically takes 1 action point, but of course you can check. It's that little red orb, okay? So 3 stamina, 1 action point is what a basic bow attack costs, okay? You can see the range is the sight. Furthermore, we also have, I think this is initiative right here. And per turn, we can use 6 initiative, and then our turn ends. You're not going to be able to issue commands to all of your units in your turn. Instead, it's kind of like this pseudo turn-based system, in a way. But let's go ahead and take a shot at this guy. Like, let's just pulse him down, man. Let's take him out. Let's get in nice and close. So you can see the cursor turns blue, meaning we're going to get an optimal shot. So let's do it. Like, what's up, bro? Bam. Alright, down he goes. Looks like he's got blue blood. Let's go ahead and get our melee units up. In fact, we have a chest right here. Let's go ahead and get in position to grab this next turn. Okay, so this guy comes on in. So you see that we moved our 2 units, right? Each costed 3 because that's determined by their initiative value. And faster units will have lower initiative. Okay? But we only had 6 to work with in that turn. So therefore, after we moved 2 units to completion, completed the turns of 2 units, our initiative was 0. Then the enemy gets their turn, okay? But this guy gets right up in the face, seemingly with a death wish. So let's go ahead and take him out with this guy, I think. This is our, very underwhelming unit. So maybe we try to go for the back attack with this guy. The messenger, right? Yeah, this guy's got some potential. So let's do it. Let's take him out with the sword. Bam. Alright, nice stab. Right in the back. This guy, why don't you go ahead and get on this chest. Okay. And of course, units that have moved already. So I think the way it works is, once you move all of your units, then your official turn concludes. So you have to move all of your units before you're able to move another one again. That's essentially how it works. I do think. We are going to explore more about this game together here today, friends. So let's go ahead and secure the supply. Bam. Alright, nice. We can only take 1 supply per turn. If we can get all supplies in a 7-turn time limit, then we can get a little bonus. So we have 1 here, here, and here, and there. So we have to keep pushing up. So let's do it. You can remain there. For you, let's go ahead and send you up. Right, nice. Archer. Looking to get involved. Let's move him in. Give him some support. And you probably go wide in the trees. Alright, haven't spotted an enemy unit yet. And we gotta just wait, looks like. Let's go ahead and end the turn. And then of course, once we start getting skills, we can use those in fight. They will compile right here. And then you can actually teleport out if you want. Like if a unit's in trouble, you can teleport out. You do need 2 action points to do so. But that's an option for you too. Looks like you can rest to restore stamina. So each action takes stamina and of course action points. Alright, so let's go ahead and get on this box. And let's see if anybody's here. See if when we turn the corner. Okay, I wasn't aware that my archer was targeted there. Okay, well this isn't good. I think we have to protect the archer with this guy. Yep, we have to. You can also check the enemy's move range. Nice, so he evaded that. Fantastic evasion. You can check the enemy's move range like so, okay? This guy missed, which is really, really good for us. So always be aware of who is selected. That is one thing in this game that I've had a few challenges with. So for you, I think we need you in there, man. These guys are going to be coming up. So let's get them in there to take the crossbow shots. And I do believe the crossbow needs to reload after you shoot it once. So let's get this guy in there too. We'll have this guy open up the box. Okay, so this guy's coming in. He effectively sprints. So he doesn't get an attack that turn. Let's go ahead and open up this. Bam. Okay, nice. And let's move you up to claim yet another one. Let's move this guy over. Alright, so in they come. Gonna be doing combat this turn. So you. Puncture. Very inaccurate attack that ignores 6 armor of the target. Very inaccurate though. Don't like the sounds of that. How about strike? Alright, nice job. Looks like he actually moves up when he does that. That must be attack roll is what that is. Looks like we can attack again, can we? Okay, so he misses. So you can attack twice, but it looks like your second attack is greatly reduced. Alright, how about the archer takes a shot? Aimed shot. Bonus to hit chance. Okay. I mean 65%. Attack skill is 45. Let's take the shot. Right, we miss. Big miss, but the archer with the dodge. Huge dodge, man. Huge dodge. Alright, so crossbowman. Looks like he's got to reload. So you, we need ya. Alright, nice job. Way to just cut him down. So you got to reload. Looks like he can reload and shoot as long as he's in place. Looks like it's blocked, obviously. Let's take the shot. Oh, never mind. It was this unit that was selected. I was thinking it was this one. You definitely got to watch that. Let's reload again. This guy actually can't attack us next turn. This guy with the dodge, man. We are just dodgy. Alright, so you are selected, correct? Yes, you are. So let's go ahead and reload. Alright, nice. And let's take the shot. Can you take the shot? 52% chance to hit. Let's take it. Alright. So, bows, a little bit inconsistent it does appear. Let's move you down to the box. This guy comes on up, but he sprints effectively. And oh no, what do you say, buddy? This is my good guy, right? Yeah, the messenger. Alright, cut him down. Good job. Move you to this box. Let's see, you. So it looks like the bow does not need to reload. So maybe I prefer the bow a little bit more. Take the shot. Misses. Now we got to get our skill up or something. Alright, so the archer takes a shot. Took about a third of the HP. Yeah, seems like melee weapons, man. Like, that's where it's at. At least as far as hitting consistently. 60% chance to hit. Missed. Man, we are just a miss fest. Strike him down. Alright, nice job. Way to one-shot him. And let's move on up. We got, what, 2 more boxes to grab. Time limit is 5 of 7. Okay. So let's end the turn. Gotta get on this one. So let's steal a supply. Good job. Let's move you this way. For you. We need you up there, man. Get all the way up in the box. Alright, superior move. Looks like this guy comes in. Looks like we might actually get it in the time limit. And we can keep the guys loose in company. You know, missing crossbow shots effectively. Well, this guy doesn't have the stamina. Okay, I see. Yeah, his stamina's depleted. How about you? Can you strike him down? It's a good hit. Can you take the shot? 45% chance to hit. Feel like we maybe need some sidearms on our units for when we get in close. But that's a low percentage shot does hit. And we're looking good. Alright, so it's your turn. Gotta end turn with you. Can he attack? Should have the stamina. Alright, take him out. Come on now. Close. Let's go ahead and loot this supply. So nice, we got that. Fantastic. Now we have to kill all remaining enemies or teleport away. Okay. Alright, so this guy takes a hit. I think that medium armor that we have is doing good things for us. I think so. You probably don't have enough stamina, man. You don't really either. How many points of stamina do you have? You got 2. It costs 3. Okay, got it. So the bow is kind of excessive. Well, maybe not excessive, but it does take a lot of stamina to properly wield. This is where a sidearm would be just great. A little dagger or something. This guy probably doesn't have the stamina either. He's got 2. Crossbow takes 2. Okay. So let's move him in and take the shot. Ah, never mind. So moving, of course, costs stamina too. Exactly as you would think. So I could mass teleport out of here, or we could try to take out this guy, which I think we probably should. Alright, so rest. Yeah, let's rest. Restore that stamina a little bit. Let's go, man. Take him out. Alright, good job. Alright, looks like that was all. So we got the bonus, and this is Ether Glow. It remains to be seen exactly what this does, but we'll definitely take it. This is experience, okay. Cause damage in kills. So, Okamoto. Looks like it was the most actually, no, I stand corrected. It was Yamashita. Incredible showing. Let's go ahead and return to the base. So now, if you've played XCOM, you probably are somewhat aware of this system here. So this guy has been injured for 9 days. So he has to rest 9 days before he can go back into fight. 10 days for him. And every unit, given they are teleporting around, they get a teleport sickness debuff that'll put them down for, you know, 11, 12 days. So this kind of, I think it lends to the importance of having a big army. And that's where that soldier counts when you selected your headquarters at the beginning comes into play. Now, you'll notice the green arrows here. This means that people leveled up. So all of our team did. So let's go ahead and level them up. So this is going to, from what I understand, improve their stats, but it's also going to give you access to skills. So a certain school, okay? So, looks like we get the strategist school for this guy. So let's choose one of these skills. Team coordination. Increases attack by 10 for every other friendly unit around your target. Around your target, okay. Target friendly unit restores half of their stamina rounded up. Motivate. I mean, that's not bad at all. Give the target exposed and remains concealed if possible. Can target concealed units. We have move order. Can take one free action. Move. Interesting. Let's make this guy motivational. So he can have up to 2 school types for his skill limit, okay? There's one guy we have in our party that has 3. Alright, so, Ashida. Hopefully she gets the marksman. Alright, nice. She does. Steady aim. If you didn't move last turn, increase attack range by 10. Really? Increases sight range by 4. Suppression fire. 2 stamina damage to the target. Rapid reload. For javelins and crossbows, reduce the action cost of reloading and throwing a javelin by 1. For bows and throwing knives, it reduces the multiple attack penalty by 20. Interesting. Reduces the cost of reloading. I mean, it costs 1 to reload, right? So, it effectively makes it free. But do we like steady aim? I think both of these are pretty good. Maybe we can get them both on the next level up. I'm going to go with this, steady aim, first and foremost. For Ono, our bow user. Yeah, I like this guy. He's got a 3 school limit as well. He gets marksmanship. Okay, fantastic. Let's go with steady aim, I think. No, let's go with rapid reload with him. For Sakamoto. Another marksman. So maybe it matters what type of weapon they're using. I guess I'm not exactly sure. I was under the impression this was random. You know, just like in XCOM, and like when you choose your class. You know, like assault unit, sniper, etc., etc. You figure that out on first level up, right? I think completely fine having a steady aim. The more of that we can get, the better. Maybe they can kind of come into us and we can just snipe them down. This guy gets the strategist. So, we already have one that is quite motivational. How about this guy with the move order? And Okamoto. Alright, this guy. I like this guy's skill set as well. That's a passive skill. Increases attack by 10 for every other friendly unit around your target. Give the target exposed and removes concealed. I think team coordination is fine. Alright, very, very good. Let's go ahead and hop back. Our team is sick and injured. Alright, so, mission success, of course. So now we have to locate our base. You can tell by the little blue flag. And as referenced in the intro, right, the floating city, so that is right here. Remains to be seen, like, I think you probably launch an assault on the main city eventually. I think you do. But it's probably a faction that's going to grow and grow over time, I would assume. But anyways, let's find our home base. Where is it exactly? That's the mission that we just completed. Oh, let's see. Well, I guess let's do this kind of stuff first. So, you can always recruit more units if you want. Here are the current units and their status. We can always recruit more. They have different backgrounds, different traits. Okay? Different gold value as well. We have 1,000 gold to spend. We have the smith. Okay? So this guy will allow you to create other weapon types for money, okay? And that, of course, will give you a new loadout, if you like, okay? And then last, we have the research. So this is your scholars. This is the amount of days it's going to take to complete the research. It looks like if we research master marksmanship, we're going to get access to the 2 skills that are locked up, right? Otherwise, we have master strategist. We have ether glow analysis. New project teleport circle repair. I think this is probably like the main storyline research. And we have set up communication center. New rebel bases can be established in other regions. Interesting. So you can build other bases. So maybe we just have to like build our first one. I mean, we should probably do ether glow analysis, so we can figure out exactly what to use ether glow for, because it remains to be seen. Alright, so that is going to be research as we go. And this right here is the world map. So frost wall, that's not... Where's my base? Oh, right here. It's hard to see, but here's my base. So let's go ahead and visit the base. And in the base, you can build, of course, buildings, okay? So we have a black market, a smithy. Increases the smith's number by the region base value by 5, okay? Got the laboratory. It's going to give us more scholars for research purposes. Training center. New recruits per month by the region's base value. In addition, it reduces retraining costs by 2 per recruit, excuse me. So I think you can probably retrain units if you don't like their skill set. You can train them into another skill set. And then the black markets, underground trading, is going to increase your gold. Cost 250 gold, will take 20 days to complete. I think gold is probably a good thing. Although we are getting 12.15, I would assume that's monthly. So maybe we go ahead and build the lab to really just focus on research. I think so. So imagine a future state where you can set up other bases, right? You can have all kinds of these bonuses to really outfit your team. So I think that's good. Let's go ahead and figure out the rest. I think we need some new recruits, so let's take a look. Inquisition, deserter. Increased chance to learn magic. Okay. Talented attacker. Immune to teleport sickness, but club-footed. Okay. I mean, a pretty good and promising initial skill set, I suppose. Lumberjack. Melee and max stamina. +1 movement speed. The answer's yes on you. Melee defense minus melee attack. Immune to teleport sickness. Alright, nice. We got another marksman. Abe Kazuya. Get recruited. An athletic tailor. Slow learner, probably want to stay away from that. I think we can add that guy. Untalented defender. Not a good way to stay alive, I suppose. Cripple. Refugee. -3 max health, +1 max stamina. I mean, I think we can take another club-footed individual into our army, right? Should probably end up with 6 units so we can outfit another team. So let's grab you. This one's pretty cheap. Not a good melee defender or attacker, but let's give him a bow instead. Alright, so we got 6 units. Fantastic. So for a smith project. Let's see. So what do we like? Can use these as like a sidearm, I suppose. Masterwork weapon creation. What does that do? Reduces the crit threshold by 5. Okay. Throwing net. Looks like you can trap units. Cool. Wood shields, iron hammers, iron axes, iron javelins. Equipment cost is 4 on those. Equipment cost 2 on these throwing knives. Could also go into plate mail. Or half plate, more like. Sight range penalty -4 though. Let's go with throwing knives. Let's approve that project. And it looks like you just buy it outright. So now we can start equipping throwing knives on our units. It's a ranged weapon option. I think it works. I mean, I don't really think we need the axe. Maybe get a small shield as well. Sure. Basically, we have to get more smiths. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to advance time while our research projects happen. And of course, our units get healthier. And then, just like in XCOM, there's going to be an event that pops up on the map. And it's up to you to address whether you want to, complete the mission or not. You obviously want to consider kind of who's healthy, what you have, and of course, the nature of the mission as well, right? Like, can you take it out, or are you going to suffer mass casualties? Let's go ahead and advance it. So I'm curious to see if these guys actually move. Okay, so they are on the move. Stopping crackdown. Enemy amount very few. Looks like we get more of this ether glow. Combat mission assassinate. Okay, so 2 top officers. Okay. Yeah. Let's send a hit squad in there. Alright, let's get you guys outfitted properly. Alright, so you. Poor melee attack. Well, if that's the case, let's go ahead and get a bow on you. You got stamina. Maybe that's a decent skill set for the bow as well. Let's do the bow. For you, lumberjack and quick runner. So all about the melee. The answer is, of course, yes. In fact, let's give you the two-handed sword. Or do we maybe go with the shield? Where's that shield that I got? Oh, right here. Let's throw the shield on you. Okay. Hattori Tomiko. A pretty promising unit. Probably one of our best. In fact, can I throw a two-handed? I can. Interesting. A two-handed sword and shield, I mean. Seems good to me. Let's do it. Alright, we got Abe. This is going to be our pro archer. Let's give him the crossbow. Some throwing knives as well. Alright, so you are good at melee attacks, but you're club-footed. I mean, maybe go with layered armor instead. +3 health. This is +5 shield health, though. Yeah, maybe throw that on. And for you, let's see, what are you good at? Not melee attacks, that's for sure. How about another crossbow? Okay, so you can actually throw these shields on for free. They don't have an equipment cost. So let's definitely utilize that for sure. Alright, I think everybody's outfitted properly. So let's see if we can take out the top priority targets that need to be felled. Let's go. Why don't I do this instead? We'll make you just our frontline beast unit. Let's go. Alright, so kind of a desert landscape here. So how do we want to dissect this and approach this? Looks like there's a wall missing in this building. Time limit for bonuses 1 through 7. Okay, so we have Inquisitor High Priests. Okay. Well, I want to try to find them quickly then. Alright, so nobody's around. Alright, well maybe we go this way then. Send a team this way and this way. Locate them and take them out in quick order. Alright, so this is Hattori. Our most promising unit for sure. And then we got Abe. I think these two can probably do great things. Right, you've got a bow. You've got a crossbow. Another sword user. We'll put you right there in the door just in case they come. They come out looking for a fight. In fact, we can probably go in there. For you, we'll send you right there. Crossbow unit right there. Looks like another bow unit. Throw them right there. Let's go ahead and start the mission. Alright, so it looks like it does show you on the map where they're at. Okay, so we got a target right here and then right here. Okay, so let's go through this door. Just go in there, guns blazing. Well, arrows blazing, I suppose. Inquisitor High Priest. Untrained for combat. Okay, so if we can get in their melee range, we can just take him out. Guiding Bolt. Okay, so he's going to cast magic on me. Is that so? Can also heal. Convert corpse. Interesting. Well, let's move up. The mission is to take him out, so let's do it. Ah, what do you know? Got some company. Well, let's fade back a little bit. Okay, so he does cast magic. Interesting. Let's get ready to breach the door. Do that next turn. See if 3 archers can get it done. Alright, so Abe, our ace, got hits. That's not good, but we got to get right up on this guy. With our two-handed sword user. I think he can probably... This guy has 15 HP. 23 for Hattori. Let's strike him. Bam. Alright, nice job. Is he like debuffed? Maybe not. I think we gotta pull Abe back. Alright, nice. Dodge. Fantastic. Alright, looks like nobody else is in here, which is good. Let's get in position to take a shot. Alright, this guy falls back, uses magic, but he's within striking distance now. Got another axe-wielding maniac right there, but let's strike him. Alright, nice with a two-handed sword. Big strike. Alright, nice job. Look at this, cleave him down, dude. Crossbow is 7%, really. 5%? Oh, there's like debris in the way. Well, I think we can probably try to throw the throwing knife. Looks like it hits the debris. Okay, so this guy heals up. I think. Yeah, he healed up. Okay, so these guys are kind of tricky. Just a little bit. Let's get some shots on them, though. Try to take out this one. Oh, he's in this hallway. That's where he's at. Let's go ahead and end turn. Let's move you up and let's take a shot. Can we take a shot? Looks like maybe the wall's in the way. Okay, so she is in trouble. Can we get 2 sword strikes on him? Alright, you missed the second one. Not good. How about point blank shot? Alright, nice hit. Let's see if maybe we can just get on him in his pocket. Alright, so that's not good. That was a big hit. Point blank shot. Alright, nice hit. Yeah, obviously, the lone mission, the two-handed sword user. Definitely working against us in this one, is it not? It definitely is. I wonder, can you shoot through the window? We're gonna find out. Alright, so that guy heals up. Nice, this guy does strike him. Take him out. Alright, nice job. The target is down, and I think we can probably flee for the sake of our life. Alright, good. 4 of these guys over here. Can you take the shot? 45% chance. %65% chance on the aim shot. Do it. Alright, nice. And then you. Why can't you reload? Nice job. Way to take him out. Okay, so the enemy gets close to this guy. It's pretty obvious. They want to take him out because, you know, he took out the leader. Got in for the swift assassination. And then got out. Let's get this guy up on this tree. Give him some cover. Let's get you to help out too. Alright, you. Why can't I reload? I'm confused about that. So I guess you can't reload when you're right on the enemy? I guess. Right, so this guy's got to just keep on running back, man. He's got an impressive move. Be a shame to lose him. Well, her, more like. Right, reload the crossbow. Nice shot. Great shot. Let's move this guy in. Misses. Alright, so that guy heals up. Nice shot. Take him out. Alright, nice job. So we got the bonus as well. Kill all remaining enemies or teleport away. Obviously more kills is more experience. So I tend to, in games like this anyways, hang around. I mean, it could just be these two. This guy's almost down. Alright, so you, point blank shot. What do you say? Throwing knife. Nice job. Like, great hit. Alright, that's blocked. You got full HP. Let's take another shot. Missed again. Alright. Let's just end the turn. Missed. Fantastic. Let's just recuperate a little bit. Probably reload that thing. Alright, you. I know you're hurt. You're definitely hurting. Let's bring you in. 85% hit chance. And a resounding kill. You love to see that. Absolutely. Hattori Tomiko with 42 cause damage. Not to mention, the really bold assassination gets 31 experience. That'll of course be a level up in face. You absolutely bet. Then Abe, another pretty good showing. Think we definitely have some good units in this team here. So it'll be interesting to see when everybody, heals up. I mean, 24 days is the injury. But that's the price of heroics, my friends. Alright, Murakami, let's go ahead and get you upgraded. So Protector, interesting. Attack of Opportunity. Free attack against unit leaving your control zone. Shield Expert. I mean, given you're using a bow, maybe good with shields is redeemable. We have the Barbarian skill set with you. Okay, interesting. Blood Rage. Increases melee damage by 1. Yeah, not really a good skill set. I think Blood Rage is fine. Maybe we can give him a sword as an offhand or something. Doesn't necessarily have to be an archer, I suppose. Alright, we got Hattori, our MVP, with the good move and the high melee damage. What do we have? Protector, okay. So attack of opportunity, I think this is fantastic. And Abe. Marksman? Oh yeah, marksman. Let's give him rapid reload. And for you, warrior, okay. Exploiting advantage against corner targets. Increases stamina by 5. That's fantastic. An Endo. Let's go shield expert with you as well. Alright, super cool. Let's go ahead and fade back. Stopping the crackdown. Sabotage. Result. Success. Absolutely. Invaders supply decreased by 15. Earned 8 ether glow. We're going to learn a little bit more about ether glow in the coming turns once it's researched. So let's go ahead and let's advance time a little bit further. We are running a little long in the video though, of course. Boy, does an hour fly fast in games like this, does it not? Sure does. But we should have it researched in 7 days, so let's see. I don't think we have time for another mission, but maybe we can get the research done. Kind of see what the next phase as the game opens up just a little bit more. Alright, so people getting patched up. Ether glow, okay, nice. Research ether glow. It's the achievement we got. The dust is a material that does not seem to originate from this world, or at least the scholars never seen anything like it before. It has a faint purple glow, and it looks like the runes on the stolen teleporter are of the same material. We decided to call it ether glow. We might be able to repair one of the magic circles by redrawing the runes with it. Okay, new projects, teleport circle repair, new technologies, starter rune categorization, ether glow soaking, ether glow alloy, scrying orb replication, and alchemy. Okay, cool. So it kind of opens up, right? You research that, and then you can take a bunch of different paths, like ether glow alloy. So what does this do? Okay, it gives you adamantine. Interesting. Super, super cool, man. So I would liken that to like alien alloys in XCOM, right? Something that you need to find in fights, but it can give you access to more advanced research. I really do like that this game is going in the direction where, you know, you find a rare material like ether glow, and you can use that to research more advanced things, maybe that you don't have current access to, right? So in this case, we get adamantine. You gotta wonder what else is out there. Not to mention, you know, what other things lie in the research tree. Really has a lot of flexibility to this game, and, you know, I must admit, I do like the direction it's taking. Be interesting to see like a super insane battle, or maybe like a base raid. I do think your own base can get raided as well. So all kinds of fun stuff. And if you're a fan of XCOM, and you like, you know, high fantasy as well, maybe this is one for you. If you want to check it out for yourself, you can certainly do so. It releases on the 3rd, and it's a game called Slaves of Magic, link in the video description below. So I want to thank you for spending some time on the channel today, my friends. Do let me know in the comment section below if you want to see another episode of this. I think if we did another episode, we could just dive right in, right? No long intros, no kind of learning the basics about the game, right? We can just jump right on in and start doing missions. Obviously, with a game like this, you got to be aware of time, but if you want to see more, do let me know. Let me know in the comment section below. And while you're down there, smash the like button if you enjoyed yourself. Consider subscribing if you happen to be new to the channel. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it, and I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.